Hey guys, Ray from Haloview RV and Boat. So I'm back with some longer term updates on a couple camera systems I've been using. The Haloview BT7 Touch rear view system for RV towing. You can see the view out the back of the RV right now. And also a dash cam system, Viofo A139 Pro. It's a 3-camera system. So I installed and kind of demoed these a couple months back. I'll link back to those videos because I kind of went in depth to all the features and functions and settings and gave you a quick demo then. I'm just kind of back with my impression after using them for a couple months. The Haloviews worked out really well. I like the Haloview products. They keep improving them all the time. This one has the touch feature, so it can do 4 cameras. I only have it hooked up to 1 right now, but it has a touch feature so you can quickly go and access the settings and change different things in it very easily. Even has a quick setting area where, say you want to change brightness really quick, you can go in there and just do a quick touch. Now this one mainly was set up with a suction cup or a 3M kind of platform so that you could mount it on your dash or on the windshield using a kind of a suction cup for the windshield. And at that time I demoed it in my rig up there, but I really like to mount my my displays on the rear view mirror. So I had a optional mount there that you can get. They're kind of like elastic bands that go around the rear view mirror. Only problem with this particular model, like some of the other ones, is the antennas stick up quite far. Get about maybe an inch or so, inch and a half even, of room that you need above the mirror. And in my Ram truck, it's very, very tight, so you can see it hangs down a little bit. I may be able to fix that by getting a different connector here. Maybe I can get a 90-degree connector for the antennas and solve that. I really wish maybe they could put the antennas on the side so you could just have them come down and then you could really suck that up tight. But that's only my own quibble. Other people might want to use the suction cup mount. Anyway, it's worked out well. It's been solid as far as signal goes. No blackouts or anything. The latency is pretty good. It's a wireless system, so in a lot of the older ones, you'd get a lot of kind of lag as you're seeing the cars behind you and stuff like that. They've really, really improved that over the years. So I'll just give you some footage of it in action and some of it backing into our spot here, just so you get an idea of what it looks like in use. Okay, so this first clip is us pulling out of a vineyard, a friend's vineyard in Southern California. We're going to turn onto a highway that has some construction. That way you'll get kind of a look at what's going on. So things will look a little bit backwards to you because I have the image reversed because I'm using it on my rear view mirror. So if I don't reverse it, then things are on the wrong side of the rig from my perspective when I'm looking at it. Next, we're in Sacramento, California. Kind of a busy interstate, cloudy day. You can see where it really comes in handy in this situation because really behind the rig I can't see anything. Big blind spot back there, but with this rear view camera I can see what all these vehicles are doing on this multi-lane highway. And you can see the latency is pretty good. You don't have a lot of stuttering or anything. Everything's pretty smooth as far as that goes. Really handy for those guys who like to change multiple lanes in one big fast swoop. And then here we are at our latest campsite. I'm just going to show you some of the backup footage as I back the rig into the spot. What it looks like from my perspective. You can tilt the camera down a little bit more. It's adjustable. I like to usually have mine tilted up a bit because I mostly use it as a rear view, so I like to see fairly far down the highway as we're traveling. But it's wide enough to see everything as I'm backing in. Yeah, so that's worked out quite well. The next is this Viofo A139 Pro dash cam system. I have the 3-camera version of it. Here's the front-facing cam. It kind of can be taken off and on here if you like. It's much the same form factor as the thinkware that I had before, like the Q800 Pro I had. But one feature I like about this is it has an external microphone port, which is going to be handy for me. There is a small microphone built into it, but if you get the optional external microphone, it's a little lavalier mic here, it's much better pickup in the cab, and that's really helpful for me because oftentimes I like to do some showing off of campsites and drive around and do some footage when we're driving, and this way I don't have to do any voiceovers. I'll be able to narrate as I go, and it'll be a pretty good pickup from the mic. I'll just give you a look at that. So we'll give you a test of the sound pickup on this external microphone. Just pulling into our camping site. This is Salmon Harbor Marina. It is located in Winchester Bay near Reedsport, Oregon on the coast. It's one of our favorites. They have dry camping on some jetties in the marina. So $25 a night, or we usually get the weekly rate, which is $150, no taxes in Oregon. It's run by Douglas County, so it's a county park. There's an office that's open Monday to Friday where you can pay cash, or they do have a machine where you can use a credit card and pay for your camping that way. They also have a dump station. I believe it's $10 to use. You put in a credit card or a debit card. And then they also have potable water fill garbages on site. So nice spot. There is a fancy RV park that's a little further out from us, has a little bit better views, but we kind of like this because Ann likes to photograph the birds, and we can camp right on the jetty here, and birds come right in, and she can get her big camera and get some pretty nice shots of the birds, all the little surf ducks and stuff like that, shorebirds. Anyway, this is basically mid-April, and there was a couple people on the weekend, but we basically got the whole jetty to ourselves today. There we go. So as you can see, the sound is pretty good. And I have the 3 different cameras. There's a black and white camera here for the interior shots, and then a rear camera that goes out the back of the truck. And the rear camera looks pretty good because there's a tint to the back window, so it kind of cuts down the glare. Sometimes the front camera can get a lot of glare off the windshield and stuff like that. But I'll give you some footage I've taken on our trip back and give you kind of a look at each camera and how it looks. So the first shot is the interior cam. Now it's in time-lapse mode, security mode, so the vehicle is off, so it's recording, I think, a frame every 2 seconds. And then this is the same thing, but with the forward-facing. I kind of like to have this because it kind of gives me a lot of security footage to work with. If anything happens, you can do motion sensing full video, but I kind of prefer this mode myself. This is me getting some propane down in Nevada. Then next is another fuel station shot. I'm fueling up and checking my oil. Kind of gives you an indication of what the the security footage looks like in that situation. And then here we go. This is just driving forward-facing camera. Sort of a cloudy day in the desert. Kind of coming up to a mountain pass here. I'll give you an indication of what the view playback footage looks like on that. Now these cameras, a lot of people always ask me, oh, can you see license plates? No, this type of cameras have a pretty wide angle lens. So to see a license plate and make out the details, it's got to be pretty close to you. Like even the signs look quite far away, and that's just the wide angle nature of it. You can get dash cams that do that, but they usually have two lenses. They have a wide angle lens, and then they have a telephoto lens specifically for capturing license plate numbers, if that's what you're into. But usually I just have this as it's kind of what happens around the RV and the truck. I like to keep especially the security footage. And then here is the rear view footage. So I keep an extra battery in one of my toolboxes charged, and I have it hooked into the parking monitor mode of this. So I have 24/7 surveillance around with the three cameras at all times. So kind of handy if anything takes place. I'll have some video footage of it, hopefully. This is me coming and backing into our spot. Gives you an indication. Like I say, with that tinted window, I think it gives a little bit better video quality than going through the front window. Even though I do have an extra kind of lens that kind of gets glare, but this one actually works out a little bit better. So it's nice to have the rear view. So there you go, a quick update on those two systems. One thing about this system, it's compatible with the Byte Tango cameras. So if people already have those from previous BT systems, the BT7 that isn't the Touch, it will work with them. You just have to pair them. I'm not sure if they're selling just the display yet. The thing's out is fairly new to market, so I think eventually they do sell just the display alone, so you could upgrade the display from your previous Byte Tango display. And this one I'm going to keep using because of that external mic. It'll be handy for future videos, travel videos for you. Until next time, Ray from Haloview RV and Boat. Any questions, just leave them in the comments. Cheers, guys.